How's it going? As of now, my third piece of review I will be doing is my Graf 705 Supra Skates. Um, Starting out, these are with the NT3000 Cobra holders, and one thing about these holders is they're some of the most strongest holders in hockey available at the moment. They're harder to break. They're not as brittle as some of the old tubes are, such as the 190, the clear one. These are known to be able to not break, take some heavy abuse, and still come back for more. I have the regular holder on them. And one thing about Graf is they have a one screw system where you tighten that up but not too tight, and this thing will be on for a while. Unless it starts coming loose, just go ahead and retighten it. One bad thing that is unfortunate about these is that I have intensely wide feet, so if you have extremely wide feet as I do, you can either go with a higher number in the Grafs, which is a 707, or the 727s, which are the widest ones available from Graf, or what you can do is just go get the boot punched out. Heat molding closes the skate to form your foot a little bit more, whereas punching it out makes it a little bit bigger or wider in some cases. The toe cap, it's straight plastic. I love that. You won't have any problems with seeing it getting frayed like some of the Nike Bauer or CCM skates. Always as well, you're balling when you got the G on your skate, because it's widely respected that Graf is one of the best companies. The inside is a standard lining, not the newer one. It feels like air pockets, and that is just amazing. Has some great protection, that they're soft enough to flex a little bit, but they're also stiff enough to block a shot if you need to. The tongue is a regular felt tongue, very, very thick padding. I'd say it's half an inch or so of padding. It's amazing. It's a very long tongue, so if you like flipping your tongue forward like I do, look at all that space. Also, unlike most other regular skates that have the little breaking off point right here where they cut it and just leave that, so unfortunately those bend back. With Graf, they have the full sized on the back, and it's a lot harder to bend it back. So technically this shouldn't be bending back unless you're having an accident or you're about to break your foot. I give these skates 2 thumbs up, except my only gripe, of course, is going to be the width. These are size 10 W, which is the widest one possible, apparently. So, as I said, if you have extremely wide feet, you can use these, or you can just jump up to the 707 or the 727s, which are really, really great. And I believe the G70s are also the same equivalent of those. The one thing about Graf is that they're partial leather. They decide to go the old school route, which is partial leather and some of the newer materials, unlike the newer companies that go only composite material, which breaks down easier, and after a while it just falls apart. Whereas the leather does take a little bit longer to kick in, but hey, you know what? Take your extra 5 hours to break it in, unlike the other skates, and have some good durability, have some amazing skates that you could just be playing for a couple of years. The footbed, they come with a newer footbed that is really good to cradle your feet. I use at the moment a Shock Doctor, but I'm going to be changing it because of my high instep. And one thing about skates is after you're done using them, wipe off the blade, dry it. Do not use those centipede things. I recommend using these, the soakers, but make sure that you always dry off the skate, and whenever you can, take out the footbed so the skate can properly dry, because once the bottom starts going, the one thing about Graf is, let me show you, the inside of the footbed is actually made of more felt. So once that starts going and trust me, after a while your skates will start deteriorating. Once water starts getting held under there, your skates are going to go, and your little liner right here is just going to start cracking, getting rust on the rivets, and you don't want that. So try to get them dry. One thing about Graf Skates is they do soak in water, but that's perfectly fine. If you live in dry weather, just put them out in your living room or in your room, and they'll dry out very quickly. So that's it for hockey knowledge. And also, if you only play once a week or so, try to get your skates sharpened every other 3 weeks or more, because technically you don't lose an edge that quickly. Unless you step on a piece of metal, then you'll need to resharpen them. So take care of your runner, take care of your skates, make sure they're dry, make sure they're good to go. That way you won't have a costly expense, because Grafs are very expensive skates as other newer skates, and you don't want to have that hassle every 6 months when they break down and just go away. So Graf Supra 705, enjoy, and if you get them, let me know what you think. That way, hey, we could share some pointers. Enjoy, and as per my other recommendations, try to go to hockeyus.com and serve in your own review, and also go and check it out at icewarehouse.com as well. Take care.